first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums in the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. Here comes a return from the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go, set!
They'll run with the rookie out of Florida. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game.
Here we go.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
They'll stay on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The man in motion is Watson. A 2nd down throw for Love. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. On comes the Packers punting team. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 2. Tyron Hopper there on the tackle. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He'll drop the throw. That's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Rams first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He's going to let this one go deep. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Second and 7. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Let's go now.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's in! Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Head up.
On play action, Love. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, whether you're manning the middle or you're a rusher coming off the edge, Mike, if you play linebacker in this league, you have to have the ability to handle yourself in pass coverage. If the expectation is that a throw is going to head his way, he'll make that play. And that was the biggest play he could have made. That was really nicely done.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down. 1st and goal.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, that they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. They'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's hauled in at the 2. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down. This caught to the goal line and in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams move out on top, 14-0. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big... at the end of it.
Ready, break.
1st and 10.
Set.
The man in motion is Watson. On 1st down, it's Love. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full of it.
trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
Going up top. That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Go, Reed, go!
The motion man is Nakua. Whoa. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Here we go, here we go!
Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now!
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Hey.
Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
This is caught at the 2. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll go with him again. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, LA. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Go!
Motion man, set right.
Hut.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Ready? Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Love to throw it on first down. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On second down, Love hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Love. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Ready up!
Here's second and 2.
Here we go, here we go!
Love to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Let's go now.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33.
You know, Mike, I think at this point, anytime you find yourself in a situation like this, Your passing game has to just be thrown out altogether. I think right now it turns into a let's just execute our run. Let's just try to get out of this game healthy and move on. I mean, this is 4 consecutive drives that have ended with an interception. I mean, it's almost unheard of. It tells me it's more than just a lack of execution. This quarterback right now is having some confidence issues. He's not seeing the field great, and they need to have a complete reset.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So we're at halftime, and it's the visitors, the Rams, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 38-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 39 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense has it. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's taken in left side by Smith. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain. So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Ready? 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll go for it. Love. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. From their own territory. What a play on 4th down. 33 yards. Now a handoff running right. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down.
Here we go.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Ready?
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Ready, ready?
From the gun, it's Love. And And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Packers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be taken in at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Let's go now. Check go.
I'll give on the ground. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's going to look for the home run ball.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
The Rams punting unit coming out. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Not much there. Stopped short of the 20.
Go!
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Love. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. We'll try the right side this time. He'll manage only a couple. Cedric Gray there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, The one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's a toss, right side. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will extend their third-quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sending a receiver right. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
This one complete right side. And it'll be brought down. What will be the final act here in this third quarter. Third down and 9.
Sack. 19 Lion.
Throwing is Love. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. A gain there of 11. First down, Packers.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now Love. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Got it. Ready? Hurt. Right there. Ready.
stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Now a give up the middle. Ooh. And he'll be taken down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Handoff here, up the middle. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cardi now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams add on to their already sizable lead. Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, yeah. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd down and 3. They'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Love to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. He'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
The man in motion is Watson.
Set, go.
Go the draw play here on second down. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
So it's a win for the